Ask yourself one question. Why would any legitimate investment promise you exactly 1% every single day, regardless of whether the market is crashing or soaring? Here's a reality check that will stop you cold. Warren Buffett, arguably the greatest investor in human history, averages roughly 20% per year. If someone promises you 1% per day, that is 365% annually, 18 times better than Buffett. Stop. Think about that. If that app on your phone actually worked, the creator would be wealthier than Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos combined within 24 months. They wouldn't need your $500 deposit. The FBI just reported that crypto investment fraud hit a staggering $5.6 billion in losses last year alone. And here's the terrifying part. These aren't just obvious scams anymore. In 2026, predators are using AI deepfakes and golden bait withdrawals to make you feel safe right before they pull the rug. If your brain isn't screaming danger yet, you are exactly who they are hunting. Stay with me until the end of this video. I'm not just going to expose their psychological playbook. I'm giving you the Future Freedom Shield, a 3-step verification framework to spot a high-tech scam in under 60 seconds. This information won't just save your money, it will save your future. Let's look at the first red flag. Part 2, the anatomy of the feeling. Let me paint you a picture of your current reality. It's 2026, and your social media feed is absolutely flooded. Whether you're scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, or Telegram, you're being bombarded by the same irresistible message. Deposit your crypto, earn 1% daily, withdraw anytime. It sounds incredible, right? You pull out your calculator and do the math. $1,000 becomes $37,000 in just 12 months. Your heart starts racing, and you feel that warm, hopeful glow in your chest. But I need you to listen closely. That excitement is the weapon they are using against you. In psychology, this is called hyperbolic discounting. It's a biological glitch where our ancient brains are hardwired to prioritize a massive, immediate reward over a slow, certain one. Scammers aren't just tech geniuses, they are hackers of the human soul. They know you're exhausted from the 9-to-5 grind. They know inflation is quietly eating your paycheck. They aren't selling you a financial product, they're selling you an exit from your stress. And it's working. According to 2026 data from Chainalysis, crypto-related fraud has exploded to over $12 billion in global losses. $12 billion. Real people, real life savings, gone in an instant because they fell for a feeling, not a fact. High-yield investment scams are now the fastest-growing category of crime on the planet. So why are millions of intelligent, hard-working people still falling for this? It's simple. Because nobody taught us how money actually works. We were taught to save, but we weren't taught how to spot a predator. That is exactly why we are here today. We're going to break this system wide open so you never become a statistic. Part 3, the logic crusher. Real math versus fantasy. All right, let's do some real talk math together. The kind they don't want you to calculate. If someone offers you 1% daily on a $1,000 investment, and you let that compound, after just 12 months, you'd have over $37,000. From $1,000 to $37,000 in a year. Sounds like a dream, right? But now, use your logic lock. Ask yourself, why would any business on earth share that kind of return with you, a stranger on the internet, instead of just keeping it all for themselves? Think about it. If I had a machine that turned $1,000 into $37,000 every single year, I wouldn't be running ads on TikTok begging for your $500 deposit. I would borrow every cent from every bank on the planet at 10% interest, put it in my machine, and become a trillionaire by next Tuesday. The entire business model collapses under the weight of basic logic. No legitimate investment vehicle in history, not elite hedge funds, not Silicon Valley venture capital, not even the most aggressive Bitcoin bull runs, produces a consistent, guaranteed 1% per day. Even Bitcoin, the strongest performing asset of the last decade, earned its gains through brutal 60 to 80% volatility. It breathes, it screams, it crashes, and then it recovers. A fixed daily return isn't an investment, it's a performance. It is a theatrical production designed to keep you calm and hopeful while they quietly pick your pocket. Whenever you see a guaranteed, smooth daily drip, regardless of market crashes or global events, you aren't looking at a financial opportunity. You are looking at a countdown to a rug pull. If this reality check is hitting home and you're starting to see the cracks in their playbooks, do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. At Future Freedom 360, we don't just give you the fish. We teach you how to spot the sharks. Join a community that chooses stone-cold strategy over expensive hype. Part 4. The mechanics of the trap, golden bait, and AI deepfakes. Here is where it gets dark. To protect yourself, you have to understand the anatomy of the steal. These schemes are built on a beautifully simple yet brutal structure known as a Ponzi. But in 2026, it has been supercharged with military-grade technology. It starts with the AI spokesperson. Gone are the days of clunky websites and bad grammar. Today, they use high-fidelity deepfakes of famous billionaires, tech CEOs, or vetted financial experts. It looks 100% real. It sounds 100% real. Your brain sees a face it trusts, and your guard drops. But the most lethal weapon in their arsenal is what I call the golden bait. They want you to withdraw money. Let that sink in. They let you put in $500, and a week later, they let you take out $100. You feel like a genius. You think, I've hacked the system. You tell your brother, your mother, and your best friend because you want them to win too. You've just become an unpaid marketing agent for the person who is about to ruin you. Case study: the $150,000 disappearing act. Take the case of Marcus, a software engineer from Austin. In late 2025, he found a platform promising 1.2% daily. He started small with $1,000. For 2 months, he withdrew his profits every Friday like clockwork. He was so convinced that he moved his entire 401k, $150,000, into the app. He even invited 10 people from his office. The moment his big fish deposit cleared, the withdraw button stopped working. First, it was a network upgrade. Then, a security audit. Finally, the Telegram group was deleted, the website went dark, and the $150,000, along with his friend's money, vanished into a series of untraceable mixers. Marcus didn't just lose his money, he lost the trust of everyone he loved. Why did they go to all this trouble? Because it works. They gave Marcus back $2,000 in bait to steal $150,000 in catch. This is social engineering at its most predatory. Pattern interrupt. Write this down right now. If the return is fixed, guaranteed, and daily, it is fictional. Full stop. They are using your own psychology, your fear of missing out, and your need for security to walk you right into a cage. Part 5. Fraud Alert 360. The red flags you cannot ignore. This is your Fraud Alert 360 segment. If you're taking notes, this is the part where you grab your pen. Because in 2026, knowing these 5 red flags is the only thing standing between your financial freedom and a total financial wipeout. Red flag number 1, the magic math. Any platform promising a fixed daily return, whether it's 0.5%, 1%, or 2%, is lying. Legitimate investments thrive on risk and variability. They breathe with the market. If there's no transparent explanation of how the yield is generated other than AI bots or proprietary algorithms, the money isn't coming from trades. It's coming from the person who joined after you. Period. Red flag number 2, the recruitment pressure. The moment an investment platform rewards you more for bringing in new victims than for the actual investment performance, you are in a pyramid structure. In a real business, the product creates value. In a scam, you are the product. If your passive income depends on recruiting your friends, you aren't an investor. You're an accomplice in a disappearing act. Red flag number 3, the ghost founders. In 2026, there is zero excuse for anonymity. If a financial platform hides its founders, its legal registration, or its regulatory standing behind a curtain of privacy, they are doing it for one reason: so you can't find them when the money vanishes. If you cannot verify who is holding the keys to the vault, do not put your money inside it. Red flag number 4, the withdrawal wall. This is the most painful one. Scammers let the small, golden bait withdrawals fly to build trust. But the moment you try to pull out a significant amount, the wall goes up. Suddenly, you're hit with network upgrade fees, tax holds, or security verification requirements that demand you deposit more money to get your original money out. This is the advance fee trap. Remember, a real exchange never asks for more money just to let you leave. Part 6. The altcoin versus Bitcoin reality. Now let's look at red flag number 5, the big one, the altcoin casino. Why do these scams almost always use random altcoins or proprietary tokens instead of just using Bitcoin? It's simple: control. Unlike Bitcoin, most altcoins are effectively controlled by small groups of insiders, founders, early VCs, and dev teams who hold massive concentrations of the supply. They can manipulate the price, freeze the smart contracts, or simply rug pull by abandoning the project and walking away with the liquidity. Scammers love altcoins because they own the casino, they deal the cards, and they can shut the doors whenever they've won enough. Bitcoin stands alone. Bitcoin is the only digital asset with no CEO, no marketing department, and no founder who can freeze your account. When you hold 0.1 Bitcoin in your own cold storage, no maintenance can stop you from accessing it. No dev team can vote to print more and dilute your value. Scammers hate Bitcoin because they can't control the protocol. They can't edit the 21 million supply. They can't stop the network. The lesson of 2026 is clear. Scammers want you to gamble in their altcoin casino, where they hold all the power. We want you to build your future on the Bitcoin bedrock, where you hold all the power. One is a theatrical performance designed to steal. The other is a mathematical fortress designed to protect. Part 7. The Future Freedom Shield. 3 steps to protect yourself today. Okay, let's get practical. Knowledge without action is useless. If you want to ensure your capital survives 2026, here are the 3 things you need to do today. Not tomorrow, today. Action step 1. The 20-minute due diligence. Before you deposit a single dollar into any platform, you need to perform what I call a digital background check. Search the platform's name followed by the words scam, withdrawal problem, or review on Reddit, Trustpilot, and X. Don't look at the 5-star reviews. The scammers often buy those. Look for the people screaming about locked accounts or unauthorized fees. Spend 20 minutes. Those 20 minutes will save you 20 years of financial pain. If you see smoke, there is a fire. Don't investigate further. Just run. Action step 2. Apply the logic lock. Ask yourself the one question scammers hate. Where does the money actually come from? What is the underlying mechanism generating this profit? If the answer is vague, inspirational, or hidden behind buzzwords like AI-driven arbitrage, neural trading bots, or proprietary algorithms with zero verifiable proof, that is your answer. The profit comes from nowhere because the business is nothing. If you can't explain the business model to a 10-year-old, you aren't investing. You're gambling in a rigged casino. Action step 3. The sovereignty shift. If you want real exposure to the digital economy in 2026, start with Bitcoin and hold it yourself. Not on an exchange, not on a high-yield platform, in a hardware wallet that you control. Self-custody is not complicated. It is the ultimate form of freedom. It is the difference between owning a real asset and holding a permission slip from someone who might steal it tomorrow. In a world of AI deepfakes and digital illusions, your only true defense is a disciplined, logical framework. Part 8. Conclusion. Fortress versus Mirage. The path to wealth in 2026 isn't a shortcut. It's a fortress. It's built on valuable skills, a disciplined mindset, and holding assets like Bitcoin that no one can print, freeze, or take from you. Stop chasing miracles that turn into nightmares. The 1% daily promise is a mirage designed to lead you into a desert of debt. True freedom is found in the math, the code, and the patience to let a hard asset grow. If this video just saved you from a devastating financial mistake, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. Protecting your capital is step 1. Building it is step 2. At Future Freedom 360, we ensure you don't lose your seat at the table before the game even begins. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a saved in the comments if this opened your eyes. Or if you've been targeted by one of these platforms before, share your story. Your warning might be the only thing that saves another member of this community from a total wipeout today. We learn together, or we fall alone. Coming up next, we're going deep into the top 3 cold storage wallets for 2026. If you're serious about stacking that 0.1 Bitcoin we've been discussing, you need to know how to keep it off the grid and safe from hackers, AI scams, and exchange collapses. Remember, if you don't hold the keys, you don't own the coins. This is Future Freedom 360. Stop saving for poverty. Start building for freedom. See you in the next one.